Good afternoon, children. Today you will revise electric current and its chemical effects. Children, you have read what are conductors. Conductors are solids which allow the electric current to pass through them easily, like metals. For example, iron, silver, gold, copper, all these are metals that allow electric current to pass through them easily are called conductors. Today you will read what are electrolytes. Conductors are solids, whereas electrolytes are the liquids which allow the electric current to pass through them. Compounds which allow the electric current to pass through them in aqueous or molten state are called electrolytes, like molecules of acids, bases and salts allow electric current to pass through them in molten or aqueous state and simultaneously undergo decomposition to form free mobile ions, and movement of these free mobile ions allow the electric current to pass through them. So what is the cause of conduction of electricity through liquid? It is due to movement of free mobile ions. Okay children, cause of conductivity in liquid is movement of free mobile ions. These electrolytes are of two types: strong electrolytes and weak electrolytes. Strong electrolytes are such electrolytes that ionize completely in aqueous or molten state, and they form more free mobile ions. Okay children, in strong electrolyte a large number of ions are available to conduct electricity, whereas in weak electrolytes they ionize partially. An electrolyte which ionize partially in a solution is called weak electrolyte, and they form less number of free mobile ions to conduct electricity. Examples you have studied children: strong electrolytes like sulfuric acid, nitric acid, copper sulfate solution, or you can say sea water. All these are strong electrolytes. And weak electrolytes like citric acid, ordinary tap water, or oxalic acid, ammonium hydroxide, all these are examples of weak electrolytes. Okay, now you will see children conversion of chemical energy into electrical energy. An electric cell is a device that converts chemical energy into electrical energy. Voltaic cell is an example where chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. This voltaic cell was discovered by Alessandro Volta. It consists of an electrolytic cell containing dilute sulfuric acid. In these two rods are dipped, copper rod and zinc rod. These rods are connected to electric wire and to a torch bulb. Then the bulb glows up, because when this apparatus is set up, electric current passes through the solution, and due to this electric current the bulb glows up. So how this electric current is glowing up bulb? You will see children, in this electrolytic cell some chemical changes take place and chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. Now you will see children that what is electrolysis. Electrolysis of water. You have studied that Michael Faraday was the scientist who discovered electrolysis. Electrolysis is the process in which when electric current passes through an ionic solution, then it decomposes into its constituent elements. Okay children, so when electric current passes through a solution, some chemical effects take place. Okay, some chemical changes take place. This chemical change is the chemical effect of electric current. When electric current passes through an ionic solution, some chemical changes take place. It is called chemical effect of electric current. So Michael Faraday discovered when electric current passes through water, water decomposes into hydrogen and oxygen. It is called electrolysis of water. Activity you have studied children. In this you have studied that in electrolysis of water you have taken two electrodes, two graphite rods. These rods are connected to positive and negative terminal of the battery, and when electric current passes through water, then what happens? Bubbles are deposited on the electrodes. So what are the effects of electric current? Chemical reactions that take place in the electrolysis of water. What are the effects? There are three effects. First effect, metals may get deposited on the electrode. Second effect, you can say that gaseous bubbles may form near the electrode. And third effect, sometimes there is change in the color of the solution. So you have seen children that three effects of electrolysis. First effect, metals may get deposited on the electrode surface. Second, bubbles may get deposited on the electrode. And third, there is change in the color of the solution. Now, what are the applications of electrolysis? Very important. Electrolysis is used for the extraction of metals from their ores. Like highly reactive metal like sodium, potassium, calcium, aluminium, they are extracted from their ores by electrolysis method. Okay. Second, you have studied children. Second application of electrolysis is it is used for the electro-refining of metals. Electro-refining of metals means we can get pure metal from impure one by electrolysis method. Third application of electrolysis is electroplating. Now what is electroplating? When a desired metal is coated over another metal by the process of electrolysis, it is called electroplating. Okay, activity you have studied children, electroplating. Now what are the conditions for electroplating? The object that is to be electroplated is made cathode, and anode is made of the metal of which the electroplating is to be done, and solution is the suitable salt of any anode. So there are three conditions of electroplating. बच्चों इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग का ये तीन कंडीशन आपने पढ़ा कि what is electroplating? Suppose this is iron. When iron is coated with chromium and nickel by electrolysis method, it is called electroplating. आयरन के ऊपर क्रोमियम और निकेल का अगर कोटिंग कर दे इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस मेथड से, इसी प्रोसेस को हम इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग कहते हैं. तो इसके लिए क्या कंडीशन है बच्चों? जिस पर इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग करना है, जैसे ये आयरन पर इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग करना है तो इसको क्या बनाएंगे? कैथोड. एंड यू शुड नोट चिल्ड्रन, कैथोड इज कनेक्टेड टू निगेटिव टर्मिनल ऑफ द बैटरी एंड एनोड इज कनेक्टेड टू पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल ऑफ द बैटरी. तो कैथोड जिस पर इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग करना है उसको कैथोड बनाएंगे, और जिस मेटल का इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग करना है डिज़ायर्ड मेटल, उसको एनोड बनाएंगे, और सॉल्यूशन जो लेंगे वो एनोड का सॉल्ट लेंगे. तो ये कंडीशन हो गया बच्चों. नाउ व्हाट आर द एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग? इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग का क्या एप्लीकेशन है, क्या यूज है? तो फर्स्ट एप्लीकेशन इज इट changes the appearance, it improves the appearance. For example, when iron is coated with chromium and nickel, it looks very beautiful. Okay children, iron is not so attractive, but when it is coated with chromium and nickel, it becomes very attractive. So it is first application to change the appearance or to improve the appearance. Second application of electroplating is that it provides a protective covering. It avoids scratches, it avoids corrosion. Okay children, and it makes the metals stronger. It provides strength, it provides you can say protective covering. Okay, so electroplating provides protective covering and it also provides strength to the metal. नेक्स्ट इज फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी मैं बताई बच्चों कि इफ आयरन इज कोटेड विथ क्रोमियम एंड निकेल देन इट इज़ प्रोटेक्टेड फ्रॉम rusting. It becomes corrosion resistant. So corrosion will not take place and it will be protected. So it provides a protective and it also provides strength. It becomes stronger. Now next application is it minimizes the cost. If you go to purchase gold ornaments, it is very expensive. Everybody cannot afford. But if you purchase electroplated silver coated with gold, it will look like gold, but it will be cheaper one. So it minimizes the cost. So these are the applications of electroplating. Next topic is electromagnetic induction. It was discovered by Michael Faraday. You have studied the activity. And what is electromagnetic induction? An electric current can be produced by changing magnetic field. Okay children, the electromagnetic induction it was discovered by Michael Faraday. A changing magnetic field can produce electric current, and there are some devices that work on the principle of electromagnetic induction like generator and transformer. Okay children, so with this your chapter is complete. Today you have revised in short because earlier I had explained each and every topic, and tomorrow I will discuss question answer. All of you will revise the chapter thoroughly and you will learn question answer. Tomorrow firstly I will raise the questions from you. I will test you whether you have prepared this chapter or not, and then I will discuss question answer. Okay children, thank you.